Hello and welcome to another edition of another book review. This week I'll be reviewing Lucy Foley's novel, The Hunting Party. I read this on audiobook, so I can't unfortunately, or listen to this on audiobook, so unfortunately I can't share a cover with you. I will briefly speak about the author, give a spoiler-free overview of the plot, talk about what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, who I'd recommend the book to, and finish off with what I will be reading for next time. Lucy Foley has written, I think, 3 or 4 novels now. She's a relatively young author. This book and another book that I don't think are related are both her most famous works, which are both kind of murder mysteries. This one is called The Hunting Party and is about a group of friends who are old college friends who are kind of reuniting for New Year's. And they're all from Oxford College, and as kind of a mini reunion, there's I think roughly 9 of them, of friends and spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, kind of get together for a New Year's Eve party at a kind of remote Scottish hunting lodge, and there one of them is killed, and so the whole book is really kind of, pretty early on that you're in for kind of a murder mystery. It's kind of a closed room murder mystery in some ways. So that's the overview of the plot, and it's a whodunit, and just kind of your general whodunit stuff. So if you've read like an Agatha Christie novel before, it's kind of similar paths. The book is set, I think, in New Year's. The latest chapter, I think, is set in January 2019. So it's a contemporaneous book. The book is structured in kind of a cool way. Each of the chapters is narrated by one of the characters from their point of view, and you also have kind of a split between the time before the murder and the time after the murder, and kind of slowly those two kind of timelines converge. But I think that's a really cool way to have structured it. You have kind of the party themselves, these 9 people. There's another really small party of a couple of people, and then you have 2 other characters who are both kind of point of view characters who are the she's kind of like the head person at the lodge. I don't know if it was caretaker is what I guess I would say, and he is, because it's a hunting, the male is, because it's a hunting lodge, guests who are wealthy come and they go basically hunting for stag, and he basically leads those expeditions, but he's also kind of a permanent resident there too. And so that was kind of cool. I thought that the book had a cool kind of structure to it that was different. I thought that there is she does a good job of kind of building an atmosphere of kind of giving you this kind of beautiful but remote set in the dead of winter lodge, and kind of describing how isolated the place is and how but also beautiful it is. I thought that was done really well. I think the ending is actually pretty strong for the book, and I think that there is one character in particular, don't think I'm giving anything away, who is really, really creepy, and she kind of captures that creepiness. To get into kind of more specificity would probably be giving it way too much, but there's one character in specific, because you get inside that person's head at one point and just really understand just how creepy they are. I thought that was done really, really well, and just that character really kind of made you shiver, and I thought that character was kind of a highlight of the book. On the downside, I think like all these, I think Agatha Christie is kind of the constant long shadow over this genre, and I think she's still kind of the master of it. I've read some other kind of cozy mysteries, as they're kind of referred to by, I think Joe Walton wrote one that was kind of the Spare Change trilogy. I read a couple of those, and those were good. This one I think is pretty good. Some of the things I didn't like as much about it, I think there are too many characters in the book, and like all of these books, everyone kind of has a motive and secrets that they kind of bring into this, and some of that for me came up to kind of almost coming up to beyond the point of credulity, as far as all these characters would be together in the same place with like kind of these like hard backgrounds, I guess is a way to say it. There's a couple characters who are very, very unlikable. That may turn off some other people. I thought there were probably, for the plot, for me, one too many red herrings and false turns in the book. But as a whole, I thought it was competently written. It's relatively short. I think it was about 10 hours on audiobook. So if you're a fan of this genre and you wanted something that's kind of like an Agatha Christie novel but kind of an update on that, I think it's actually not too bad. All the characters are Londoners and they're in Scotland, so there's that kind of it's not really stressed too much in the book, but that kind of cross-cultural conflict I thought was interesting at points. But that is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. Next time I will be reading the Mambo King's Play Songs of Love. I'm going to be reading that also on ebook. So unfortunately I don't have a cover for that one either. But if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll have my Twitter link in the link below if you want to follow me on Twitter. Until next time, bye.